Oh, and we're live with Mondays in Exandria, Wanderlust, and Wildemount. I knew I was forgetting something, and it was this one, just one camera. But don't worry, it is now basically resolved. So we're gonna go around. We're gonna say who we are playing, and yeah, I guess that's just about it. It's almost Christmas, so I bet there's a lot on everyone's plates, but we have this game on our plate for this evening. So, I am playing Wendell Eustace Abernathy Lucius Throckwaddle Hossenpfeffer the Fourth of the Havisham Hossenpfeffers. I wanted to say Playboy millionaire there, but that's Tony Stark. He is a philanthropist, maybe a cult leader, maybe just head of the Prism of Power, which is not a pyramid scheme, it's a trickle-up power effect. And, an aspiring author, maybe a coin master, it's, a lot of titles. He won't bore you by going on, so instead we'll go up to D20 coup de grace. How are you for this evening?
Yes, that is me. I'm playing Harlan Flipcloak. He's a hobgoblin divination wizard, and he specializes in time manipulation. And I foresee us having a good time tonight.
Well, I'll accept that portent any day. Someone who I think is important, at least in my life, is Shiny Pilot 206. How are you this evening?
Hello, yes, doing
My smoother
good.
transitions.
Yes, very fantastic. I will not be talking like this though, however. I'm Igor. I'm the hunchback half orc who is a butler. He's the butler to Wendell. I love Igor dearly. He is a lovable oaf, not the brightest candle, but he is a fun person, and I look forward to playing him again tonight. It's been a while.
It has indeed. Someone who it could be days or hours, but I've always missed them terribly. Nugatosaurus, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm touched. I always miss you too. Hi, I'm Nugatosaurus. I'm playing Wintress Gilsine, the fairy ranger. Thank you, Drake Warden Ranger. I know what I'm playing. Shush. Who has no brain to mouth filter. Which is very new to me, and I just kind of say what comes to mind. It's not a character I've ever played before, and I love playing her, and I'm very excited to see what comes out of her mouth tonight. So, yeah, let's go.
Let's go is not something that producer Trav said today, as he thought we were not playing, but, no one ever said that, and we are. So, sorry, Trav, I have to give you a little bit of shit. We miss you and hope we can have you tomorrow night. Someone who is here, thank goodness, or we wouldn't have a game, is our Dungeon Master, Deception Check. How are you?
I'm great. Yes, I'm looking forward to the no filter Wintress Gilsine this evening, because that has been an absolute joy with this group. A little bit of fire on, a little bit of like alcohol onto the fire that is group. Although Wintress hasn't been added into group yet officially, it's just kind of like a tag along. So,
because time travel, and we're worried.
it's a little concerning, how it's going, but no one should be really that concerned after last time we played, which was several weeks ago, I think. It's hard to tell these days. It's holidays. It's a special time of year where time travel happens regularly between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So last time we played, shenanigans. People did things. They wanted to explore to try and figure out what the new state of the island of the Prism of Power. I guess we're gonna have to figure out a new trademark name for that now that it is a wholly owned subsidiary of Wendell Eustace Abernathy Lucius Throckwaddle Hossenpfeffer Industries, and so Wealthy. That's the name of the company, Wealthy with an I. So.
Yeah.
Got it? You like it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've had that sitting there for a little while. I keep forgetting to mention it, but it worked out. So everyone ended the last session taking a nap. It's time to get a rest. They've had a long day.
Some of us don't sleep.
Or writing out pamphlets and business
writing
plans
out a code
for
of conduct for this new subsidiary of the Prism of Power.
Cult Code of Conduct, CCOC, and so we find ourselves the next day. It's kind of hard to tell when the now quieter chimes given by Gearbox ring in the morning. Wendell, you kind of come out of your focus period, which is your resting.
Yes.
You have a stack of new code of conduct papers written in front of you.
Yep.
The light is still that ambient.
If I was a
kind of
terrible
like-
person, I'd say it's chiseled on 2 stone tablets that I then walk out and present to the people.
Yes. If you were a terrible person, even though it's in your head and you want it to happen, you're not going to actually say it.
No.
That'll be the statue of you when you come back in 800 years, though. And so you hear the now lower decibels of the chimes going, and you find that it is now that weird morning light, which is kind of like it's just a little brighter than the nighttime, which is the weird light that's always around this place, day or evening. And you hear the chimes go off. You hear other movement around. And then you hear in your head or from a speaker in the room. You can't really tell. It's quiet. Gearbox would like to speak with Wendell.
Certainly. And we'll head that way. He's not far. I imagine he's just in the main room where he's been filling out, because that's going to be the new...
Oh, no, Gearbox does not need you to... Gearbox is the island, so you're actually sitting on me now.
Oh. Well, I hope it's not uncomfortable for you, Gearbox.
Gearbox doesn't mind. Gearbox thanks you for purpose.
Thank you. We're happy to have supplied you with purpose.
Gearbox was in discussions with other intellects on Bridge, and Gearbox and intellects have come up with an idea, and Gearbox has done something for you as a gift for giving him island.
Where should I go to see this thing that you've come up with?
Gearbox recommends that if you wish to receive the gift, go into main throne room where the weird throne thing is that Gearbox saw when he came
very
here.
nearby. I will be there momentarily, thank you.
Gearbox thanks you. And then it just kind of disappears. It just goes quiet.
And Wendell will head over that way briskly. A brisk pace. You know, which for him is like a slightly fast walk. It's, he's middle-aged human.
Okay.
Man.
So you're heading that way. Now, Harlan,
Yes.
you went to bed very early last session. Like, everybody else was still out having fun, and you're like, hell no, it's nap time for Harlan.
I think, as I recall, Harlan was pretty spent on everything.
Yes.
Yes.
So, do you get up early at the morning chime, or are you going to are you going to sleep in?
I think you get up early.
Okay. All right, good. Also, Wintress, when does Wintress awake?
She does not wake with the chime, that's for
Okay.
sure. I think she probably...
What a rebel.
Yeah, right?
She's Faye. She's gonna sleep in.
Yeah, she
I
sleeps
figured that
in
much.
until she naturally awakes, whenever that may be.
Or when your dragon says it's time to feed.
Gets too hungry and wakes me up.
Right. Okay.
Like a cat.
Which is natural,
Yeah.
That's a natural awakening.
Yes. And Igor, no one is there to inform you that your master needs food or anything. So are you just going to be sleeping, or do you naturally just pop up thinking I have to serve Wendell?
I think he would pop up and be like, I need to get food. So he'd probably snap up in bed. He'd get
All
food
right.
for
So
himself. And
Igor,
get food.
you see Wendell heading off at a brisk for Wendell pace, off at a direction. Harlan, you're in a different area where you were napping. What do you plan on doing when you first get up?
A few squats,
Okay.
calisthenics,
Hobgoblin, Iron
That's such
Authority,
a hobgoblin
calisthenics.
thing to do.
Yeah. Okay. You can go through your katas and make sure your weapon skills are all still there. A couple forms, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
All
get prepared for the day.
All right. Do you do that in your room, or do you go out and do it like in like a clearing where you can get some really good stretching in?
I mean, I gotta go out for my jog.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm gonna roll something because I have an idea and I want to see if it happens. Oh yeah, excellent. You notice with your passive perception that several of the faceless monks are copying your actions for your morning routine.
They're gonna be so fit.
What is this?
And they all stop because they're staying a respectful distance from you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you single one out and ask them?
You. Yes, I pointed one. Why you mimic me?
He drops his head so he doesn't look you in the eyes. You travel with the master and seem to be the most intelligent one, and we wish to emulate you so that we may better serve.
Well, then try to keep up.
And they fall right into step. They seem to have been in pretty decent shape already. I mean, faceless, of course, but pretty good. You actually notice that over their shoulder, their actual faces are flittering behind them, like they got pet bats that are their faces. So it's a little creepy. I mean, they did lose their faces, but they found their faces now. The ones you guys didn't steal, and looking at you, interesting.
I wasn't involved in that.
Nope.
Okay, so you're jogging around the place, being followed by how many? Let's see. I'm gonna roll a d12. You're being followed by 7 faceless monks right now. We'll see how that goes.
All right. Yes. They will be eliminated one by one.
Just like someone's brother was at a time long past. Oh wait, no, that never happened.
What?
No. I'm sorry. That's nothing. Nothing happened. Igor, your master ran away from you.
Well, no, I tried to call out to him and he just ignored me and kept going, so I'm gonna have to get
Because that's the first time that's happened.
He must be really hungry. He's only that quiet.
Okay. You head to the cafeteria. You see it's already up and running. There are tons of faceless monks and other members of the staff here that are eating. It's quiet when you come in, and they all seem to be watching you.
All right, Matt. Just don't mind me. Shuffle by. Pardon me, sir. Excuse me. Enjoy your
spread
meal.
Like the Red Sea for you. Like they get out of your way.
All right. Igor's going to go up to cafeteria, he said. So is there somebody serving food?
Yes, there are several. It's a rotation of different monks.
Is it cafeteria style where there's like the steel like bins that everybody communally scoops from and serves?
No, this actually has people that have their own ladles. You get a tray with a bowl, and then or a plate, and then they spoon out what they get. And I've actually decided what they're serving now.
What are they serving?
They are serving now in an effort to make sure that all of this works well. I'm taking a page out of the wonderful lunchtime effects at the University of Florida at the Plaza of the Americas, where one of the local groups, I forgot their names now. They're not Hindus, but they're a smaller group from India. They serve vegetarian gruel. You get brown, yellow, or green. It's just this. It actually tastes wonderful, and they're very bright and colored, very seasoned. And they just scoop out, put it on your plate. It's very tasty, but it doesn't look good, but it tastes good.
Igor then will grab a platter tray. He'll go in line, and when it gets his turn, somebody puts a scoop on his tray. He'll kind of look at him and say, "I'll trade you," like for the bin, and give him like a wink.
And they all bow to you very deeply, and then they just offer up whichever one of the big bowls that you want.
I didn't think you'd actually do it. Here, that one, and he's gonna grab the yellow one and hand him the tray and go, "Thank you so much. I promise I'm not eating it all on my own. I will be sharing it with Wendell because he's very hungry and he's angry. He's upset with me because he's probably hungry and I haven't fed him. And anyways, I see you got a couple other platters over there. Maybe back for those too, depending." And Igor looks around behind him. How many people are in line?
It's a small line because it's kind of like a rotation for everyone there. So there's probably like 2 or 3 people behind you right now.
Probably kind of like a sickly looking elderly person and some other people coming in to get stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Well, you were looking like, well, he's probably not going to last too long. Yeah, I'll be back to get some more here pending current crowd shuffling. Thank you for the food. As Igor starts to slowly side away, kind of almost embarrassed that he got so much. And he'll kind of turn back. And is everybody still kind of treating him with this weird reference?
Well, now that you've sat down and started eating, they all just sort of go back to what they were doing.
Okay.
But now several of the people who are behind you are also asking for larger bowls of food than what they were originally eating.
Trendsetter, that's me.
Mhm.
All right, Igor will slurp his bowl down to about half, or what he thinks is half, and then he'll slurp a little bit more, and then a little bit more.
You start hearing slurping sounds from around the room as other people are slurping.
All right. Igor keeps on slurping, and he's playing a game. His intent was to save some for Wendell, but now he's having fun, so he's doing different slurping sound effects, like he's.
And it's like a wave radiating out from you as everyone starts copying you.
And Igor will start really
New
changing.
cults, so impressionable.
They're so impressionable on the stage.
Like he's like making all these weird slurping sounds that he can come
Hey,
up with. different
800 years from
patterns.
now, it's gonna be difficult to get them to change their ways, but
Right,
now,
but
it's so impressionable.
Perfect.
now meals will be slurped forever and again. And by the way, the group are the Hare Krishnas. They have been in
Hare
Gainesville
Krishna.
serving those meals at lunches for 50 years as of this last July.
Cool.
And it's actually pretty neat. I've had the meals and they're very good.
Well,
They're
that's-
fun. They're like a rite of passage in school.
Hats
So-
off to them for doing that. Now
Yeah, it's
we
always
can enjoy it
free.
in TTRPG land.
Mhm. So
Okay.
now your people may start once they're freed from the solitude of the island of Wendell Eustace, Abernathy, Lucius, Frockwaddle, Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated, and the Prism of Power, then they will start doing free meals at educational
Perfect.
locations.
Well, Igor will do his sound effects in
It'll
his
fit him well with the
slurpings and
soup
just-
kitchen. Fine.
Exactly. It's just an expansion of it.
And once Igor's done with that, he'll go up and get more for Wendell.
Okay. Well, Wendell,
Yes.
you head towards the main room, the main audience chamber, which I will bring up the map now. And so you're heading towards the main audience chamber, which was the hall of the Grand Master, which it is no longer. And until you give it a name, it will just be the main audience chamber. There's no one in there, but you do hear a crowd running behind you, and you look back over your shoulder and see Harlan leading a group of 7 monks in what looks to be high impact calisthenics.
To each their own. Fit is good on this island, I suppose.
Harlan, you see Wendell heading into the main room after he acknowledges your presence.
Morning, Harlan.
Harlan's a little farther away from you. It's hard to hear. You can see he's talking to you, but for some reason, no sound is coming out of his mouth because he's muted.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there you are.
Yes.
It's time for sit-ups anyways. And he gets down and starts doing sit-ups.
Right. Morning, calisthenics.
You see the other
then.
7 monks doing sit-ups with him.
Good job, everyone. I'm going to be in here if you need me. Oh, Gearbox has requested me to come into here. He says he had something for us. Been thinking big things with the other thinkers. The think tank, we could call them.
Brains in jars, think tank. Works
Yeah.
very well.
Yes.
Do 100 more of those and then do 100 push-ups.
Just do
It's
the
the
One
one-
Punch Man.
The One Punch Man, yes.
100 sit-ups, 100 squats, 100 push-ups, and a 10K run every morning.
And you lose your hair and suddenly can
Until
punch
you
things.
lose your hair.
Work out until you go bald. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
so-
and as you're saying that, Harlan, you and everyone
Harlan is
near
bald. Harlan
See?
is Saitama. This just okay.
and he wears bad wigs just like Saitama does. You hear Gearbox is very proud of this accomplishment.
Oh,
You just hear it.
Gearbox. They're excited to see this accomplishment.
Gearbox is excited. Gearbox has real purpose.
Yes,
The
there
purpose
is
is
this accomplishment.
You walk in. Do you go inside?
Oh yeah.
Okay. As you make your way down the long hallway
I don't think
towards...
Gearbox will kill us. Hopefully. So Wendell walks in.
You
welcome
see...
to my death room.
Gearbox is so proud to dismember you now. No. You see the strange metallic chair that was the throne of the Grand Master, and now there seems to be other parts to it, connected to it. It seems to be powered up a bit. There are cables running in different directions out of it. It looks to have been upgraded, possibly.
Interesting. Looks like you've
Harlan?
been hard at work.
Your passive perception, you feel energy radiating from it, and you hear a low-level hum that's different from the natural hum of the entire island, which is being, supported over this large valley by repulsor engines.
All right. I'll take a closer look.
I'll look with you.
Okay.
What's with this? Looks like it's had a few upgrades since I last saw it.
When Gearbox was attached to Gearbox's new home, Gearbox found lots of information about Bramsandi's research.
Ooh.
Gearbox also has access without destroying things to Bramsandi's journal and was able to make certain extrapolations of technology. And with the help of Bramsandi's friends, Gearbox was able to make several upgrades to the chair. And at that point, Gearbox starts to go into very technical, like above both of your heads, sort of descriptions of everything.
Definitely above Wendell.
And it's just coming out of speakers from all around you. It's like he's echoing from inside the building. But we're going to put a pin in that for right now, while you guys are being lulled to sleep by deep technological descriptions.
I mean, Harlan is definitely not being lulled to sleep.
Wendell doesn't
Although-
sleep.
If there's something above Harlan, he's definitely trying to pay attention to.
Oh, okay. Well, you're paying attention, but it's just an inundation of a lot of information in technological terms that are strange to you at this time.
I'm just listening for key words.
And then back in the dormitories, a hungry little dragon starts gnawing on Wintress's toe.
In Draconic, Wintress is like, why do you do this to me every morning?
Hungry!
It's every morning.
I'm hungry every morning.
Ugh. Okay, fine.
Look, we discussed this. If you left me food when you went to bed, I could sleep longer.
I do leave you food. You just eat all of it.
Not
when you
enough.
Go to bed.
If it happens the same way every day, you'd think you'd make a change.
You think?
I've given up. That's why I gnaw on your toe till you wake up, so I can get food.
Fine.
All the
Okay,
other
that's
weirdos
fine.
that you hang out with are gone. I would ask them for food, though. They're gone.
Wait, who do I hang out with?
Oh, the one with
I thought
the one with the fur on his lip, and the one that looks like his wings are trying to push through his skin on the one
What?
side, and then the one with the dead rat on his head.
Okay, wait. You're telling me that wasn't a dream?
No,
Honey.
Fuck. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. That means, and she like rolls over.
as you're saying that, Elviron just pounces on you and like pins you down like by your shoulders. It just
Ugh.
gives you dragon licks on the nose. Let's
Ah,
go. I wanna go.
Okay.
Hungry.
All right. I
Hungry,
can't go
hungry,
anywhere if you don't
hungry,
get off
hungry,
me.
hungry.
Now, granted, this is a medium-sized dragon jumping on a small-sized
Yes,
creature.
and
Okay.
just doesn't see any problem with it
Yeah.
at all.
But I imagine Wintress is used to it at this point. Like, she's been
And-
with Elviron for so long.
Right, and it's not vicious, and it's not like
It's just
trying for pain.
She's
It's
not trying to kill me.
playful puppy things.
Yeah. So she'll shove Elviron off, and then she'll like roll over and dig in her bag, I have a leather scroll case that has a scroll in it.
Yes.
Can I know what that scroll is? Can I like pull it out real quick and just look
That's
at
an
it?
excellent question. Here, let me bring up the DMG and we'll find out what's in there.
What scroll is it?
It's a
Yes.
scroll of random spells.
Yes. You pull out the scroll and you find out it is okay. DMG, Dungeon Master's Guide. Hold
An
on.
ever-casting scroll. Every time you cast from it, it casts a random spell. See?
That'd
Yes.
be so dangerous.
That'd be very
Lord.
chaotic for a fairy. It would fit.
Yes, I like that idea. That sounds wonderful. I can't find the random tables. Where are they hiding? Okay. It is a magical mystical spell called Spell to be Determined Later.
Sounds good to me. Okay. She looks at it. Ah, okay. It
If
rolls
you
it up,
cast
puts
it,
away.
I get to just roll something that once I find the list and something happens.
Nice. That's gonna be fun.
You know what? Nope. I know what it is because I like chaos. It's a scroll of wish.
Oh no.
Wait a minute.
We're in the last couple
Wait a
episodes of
minute.
this. I'm giving you a scroll of wish. Now, you probably don't have the magic to be able to cast that safely, but you can sure try.
Safely being the key word. I
Yes.
can cast it.
Yes, you can.
Listen, I think Winter's eyes get real wide, and she just gets like this manic grin on her face.
Yes, but Wintress being Fae will also know the dangers
Oh,
of,
absolutely.
of using wish
Absolutely.
intimately. Like literally,
That's-
you prey upon the people dumb enough to have used this spell.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
And she gets like this manic grin on her face, and then just rolls it back up and very casually puts it back in and like secures it very tightly. And then I have a burlap sack. I look in that and make sure all 31 face bats are still in there.
You see a couple of them try to get away.
I shove them back in and close it up.
All right. Yep. You have
Wasn't
31
that
face
scroll
bats.
Yes.
Is in the
okay.
same room as the guy who wrote all the fanfic? He was just
Yes.
waiting to be like, I wish for my fanfic to become
Yeah,
true.
exactly. And I have his fanfic journal, so
You
you
do.
know for a fact Wintress is reading that.
Spicy.
So she'll get up and she'll head to the cafeteria to get food for Elviron at the least.
Oh, this is beautiful. You walk in and you hear the most cacophonously strange musical sound echoing. It's like a dance of slurps. You
a
hear
nutcracker, but slurps.
you hear a slurp.
hymnals.
and then you hear
All
a
of it.
reverberation of rhythmic replay, like it's a call, and it's a call and response slurping, like jazz festival inside this cafeteria.
Thanks, I hate it.
I feel
It's-
there may or may not be other sounds involved, like spoons clinking bowls or other little
Yes.
things to make noise. Like, you know,
It's like that that group Stomp. You know,
Yes.
where they
It's
just
like
make
Stomp.
noise with stuff. It's like a Stomp concert,
like
except with slurping.
It's in Tarzan when they're trashing the camp, but with
Yes.
slurping.
or you know, and somebody, you know, one of the monks will actually find it matches the beat matches one of their hymnals. They start singing it. It becomes like the Hobbit when they're cleaning up after death.
The house, yeah.
Let's just
yes,
set the
I'm
plates.
here for this.
That's what's going on. It's the strangest thing. They are all like they're all just revolving around this central figure sitting there with a huge bowl of what looks like yellow gruel, and it is Igor leading it all.
I would imagine there's been several bowls piled up a little bit further next to him too. It's been a
Oh no! When your
slurping
bowl
session.
is emptied, it is replaced immediately.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, these
oh
people know
no.
how to treat me.
How many
I'm
do you
not
think
kidding.
you've had so far?
Oh no.
At least 8. At least
Okay,
8. I got a
I
big
need
old
you to
bounty.
roll a con save at disadvantage. If you'd gone 4, I'd give you just a con save. Now your con save disadvantage just 8.
Perfect. Con save. 17.
Oh,
At
disadvantage
disadvantage, 13.
Oh no, 13. No.
You have you have a rumbly tummy, but it's not enough to make you stop.
That's right. You stop what's going
No.
on.
Igor.
And
Do
Chris,
the magic words.
she Wintress gets her own bowl and gets like a bucket for Elviron,
Mhm.
or like 2 buckets for Elviron.
Yeah,
of
they
this
provide it
stuff.
for you.
Yeah. And
Do you get brown, green, or yellow?
Oh, there are different colors. Shit.
Yes.
Uh,
Green is like a full vegetarian. Yellow is, I forgot what yellow was. It's a completely different flavor, and brown is supposed to be meat flavor.
oh, I get the brown for Elvyrin. Absolutely. I think I'll get the yellow for Wintress.
Okay.
For
Igor
herself?
seems to be enjoying it. He's like wearing it right
I'm
now.
in the yellow.
He's wearing it. Okay. I'll go
Slowly
over.
turning green.
Yeah, I'll
You know
go
what I mean?
over to where Igor is sitting.
Oh my Triss. You should join in.
You sit
Yeah,
down, and
this
all
is
of the
interesting.
call and response ends.
And
It just stops, and they all stand and stare to see what happens next.
Have some.
I've never
Pretty
had
good.
people like watch me. I mean, I've had people watch me when I've eaten, but it's been like a whole thing. Like,
Oh, they do more than watch.
not this kind of situation. It was a very let's just say different. It was a very different kind of situation.
Oh my.
It was at one of those demon parties, you know. It's a different world there.
Mm. Or they do more than
Background
watch
at the
here.
demon party.
Or these people will participate. Check this out.
Oh, will they?
Igor just like opens the hatch and pours some more down.
And you see everyone like a ripple go out, all do the same thing.
Igor pauses. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, but like, here's the thing: if they're following you and I start doing stuff, are like half of them gonna follow you and half will follow me,
We
or
should
are they
try
all
and
gonna
find
follow
out.
you and none?
Let's-
Oh my god! Okay,
let's
okay,
try,
you do
let's
your
try.
thing. You
Okay,
do your thing.
Okay. Okay.
Go. Ready? Winters picks up a spoon and just goes, just
Just bites the spoon.
not bites the spoon,
Oh,
but
okay.
like makes that noise as she like
Okay.
sucks it all off.
You see, everyone starts with Igor,
Uh-huh.
but then as soon as you participate, they pair off and they start copying.
Oh my
They
gosh.
basically-
Yes.
So it's like it's now it's a
The
couples
power.
therapy.
It's pretty great.
Thank you for
Okay,
teaching
so-
them calisthenics, Harlan.
Winter's absolutely 100% gets into this. And do they follow Elvyrin as well?
No, unfortunately, they don't
Damn,
have any
okay.
small animals to participate with Elvyrin.
Okay. Yeah, Winter's does
Thankfully.
like any kind of crazy thing she
That's
can
it. We're
think
gonna
of.
do like the wedding, like cross the arms, like
Yeah.
feed each other. You know, we're gonna do like all sorts of weird positions and like sounds and like everything. Yeah,
If
all we can
people
think
didn't
of.
know, we were talking about eating food right now.
Yeah. This is gonna be hot yoga, but with food.
I love it.
All right, so that goes on for probably the next 2 days. Let's see what the
Please tell
adults
me
are up to.
everybody's bellies are like getting slowly bigger and
Oh,
bigger.
good. There's
It's
there's
getting
people
fuller.
like just they're stepping out for a little bit and like coming back because they have
Urgent
to have,
purge.
No!
Yeah. All right.
there are a few people have passed out. It's a whole thing now, but it seems to have turned into almost like a religious observance at this point. So it's just going to go for a while. Yeah, it's pretty great. I would love to see like art of that. That would be hilarious to me right now. All right, but back in the Grand Master's Lounge, you notice when you look back as this is not lounge, but the Grand Master's reception area and his throne. You look back over your shoulder as this litany of terms are being read to you, and you notice that there's a black shadow looming from a corner with a really billowy cloak, and it's just
It's Lamont.
Lamont hanging out over there. So you know where he's at. I'm watching. If anything happens, I'll kill it.
Right.
I hope you're taking notes on this.
What, you don't understand?
I'm taking notes.
And then Gearbox is like, and that's why Gearbox believed Gearbox could open a portal to Qualanthri. And then Gearbox believes you should stand back now.
Immediately gets like 12 paces back.
The humming begins to build into kind of a crescendo. A few new lights have started to shine on the pedestal. You know, Harley, when you pressed a couple buttons, a tear like literally ripped into a hell. And there was a very large creature that wanted to come through almost immediately.
That was not good.
Instead, this time, it's quieter. You see a rip begin to form just out in thin air. directly in front of the, maybe 10 feet away from the base of the throne. It kind of doubles in on itself and it spreads out, and then doubles in and spreads out again, and it's just like exponentially unfolding into this shimmering space. You can't see through it, but it looks to be like a portal. You just can't see what's on the other side.
All right.
Gearbox thinks if you go through this portal, Gearbox is confident that Gearbox will send you to Qualanthri. Well, outside of Qualanthri, the last known location in which Bromsandi actually teleported himself once he knew where it was.
So we could pick up the trail. Very clever, Gearbox.
How long can you keep this portal open?
It shuts down immediately. Not very long. It taxes the power systems of Gearbox's island.
We'll need to gather the others.
Yes, we should gather them.
Telepathically to Harlan, do we build those brains bodies and take them with us? Well, they know Bromsandi better than anyone. It's their former compatriots.
I think that might be difficult with that entity hassling us the entire time.
No, I suppose silence only lasts for so long.
I think we do owe him that
Yes.
before we ultimately leave. Perhaps we can task the others with it.
It's not a bad idea. Leave instructions for the mechanically inclined.
This is all telepathically.
Harlan has to respond out loud. Because I'm not Lamont. I only have one way. I mean, I could be writing this all in my book and we could be sending furiously back and forth. But
I mean,
that requires the book to be
all
out
of
and
us
be
have
writing in it.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, he's for giving them what they want.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's figure that out then before we go through the portal.
Right.
Gearbox needs to inform you of things Gearbox did.
Please do, Gearbox.
Gearbox, with the help of the rest of the entities, the intellects.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes. Gearbox knows that term. Think tank. They wanted to thank you for your help and your promise to build bodies. So they offered up the remainder of the equipment that would have been able to build one body in order to build this portal. It will take Gearbox some time to procure enough equipment to build one more body. Gearbox estimates it would take at least 50 years to build all bodies for all brains.
Well, Gearbox.
Unless new technological sources can be found.
Noted. I'll just look at Harlan. He's the really smart brain guy.
I guess they're made from very rare metallurgies.
Yes, Bromsandi used the technology of this island, Gearbox's island, to help advance Bromsandi's own technology. So Gearbox is only able to do things with the technology that is here, and the technology that is here is needed to keep Gearbox's island in the air.
And we want Gearbox's island in there, yes.
As does Gearbox, because Gearbox is happy here.
Good.
I suppose we'll need to find more materials then.
But Gearbox knows over time, Gearbox can fabricate new equipment as the island is rebuilt.
Yeah, I suppose when the island is rebuilt, things will be more and more efficient, causing you to have greater capabilities and access to things.
Gearbox is confident that Gearbox can make this happen. but will take a long time.
Well, then, shall we gather the others and find Brim?
Qualanthri, I suppose that probably would be best. It sounds like you have everything handled, Gearbox.
Gearbox is happy.
You stay there, all right? Pointing at Lamont.
I'll leave if I want to. But I like it here, so I'll stay.
Of course. Let's get Igor and Wintris. Oh gosh, I hope I wrote everything. He's just, like, I imagine it's tabbed, so that way it's like there's like an index, because he's written a book now, so he's like accustomed to how to write this code of conduct, laws, whatever it is, this Bible of the Prism of Power. And he just flips through it like the table of index. I don't think I've forgotten anything. Right, this will do. And there's like probably a stack of just forms in terms of service. For new hirees, newcomers.
User agreements.
Yes, user agreements. Look, the contracts are the
For the
Apple
technology
terms
of the island.
Yes. Now,
Gearbox is confident no one will ever read that.
You might be surprised. You can get people to read. I always read the terms of service. That's why I am who I am today.
Gearbox will have empirical information to show. Over time.
I would love to see that in 800 years. The statistics, the data, that'd be fascinating.
Gearbox will start a file.
Thank you, Gearbox, because this was... Yeah, let's have 8 years of compiled cult data and information. That's not going to be dangerous at all.
No. No, none of this is dangerous. Not at all. None of this at all is.
No, it's great.
All perfectly fine.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, perhaps we should gather Wintris, Elvirin, and Igor then, and head off.
Gearbox will note that your companions are in the mess hall, performing some sort of religious ritual.
Oh God, we should quickly walk
Oh
there.
yes.
Did we just call them here? Is there like an intercom or something?
Gearbox can alert them if Gearbox is asked to.
Wendell's debating, do I want to see/no? No, I probably don't. Yes, Gearbox, could you page them over the intercom?
Okay.
I'm going to add some notes about meal times.
In the cafeteria, Igor and Wintris, what is going on currently? Please describe this environment.
I mean, what is not going on? Let's just say that, like, I don't know. I would imagine, Wintris, that Igor and you would be in the most ridiculous of like yoga positions, feeding each other, trying to do what we can. Igor's got a really big belly, like I imagine.
I'm just imagining like, Twister meets.
Yes, Twister
with Twister meets
soups.
that.
Soup feeding.
And we're turning it into a soup ballet almost. Like we're just flowing from one thing to the next. And like Igor's got a ridiculously fat belly because he's eaten by now at least 10, 11 bowls of this stuff. All over his clothes. Food's everywhere. People are probably sick and vomiting on the floor.
Amount of
Who
people
knows?
participating has halved at this point. Most of them are now unconscious on the floor in food comas.
This becomes like a once yearly event, like the feast of celebration from when they commemorate, and everyone just gets violently ill on food.
Yep, that's right.
It's a Dionysian cult now.
It's like a Bacchanalia, but with food.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you agree with that, Wintris, or is there anything you want to add in? Okay.
No, that's great. And then, like...
I imagine you guys are getting to positions you can balance Elvirin in the air as well.
Yeah,
So Elvirin's having fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I like this.
Wintris would absolutely include the dragon and stuff, and like Elvirin's up in the air and is holding Wintris by like her feet, and she's like sipping upside down or something. Yeah.
Yes. Igor's like the pyramid under, or the base, and you guys are on top. Yeah. Something, I don't know.
So in the middle of this last most exquisite position, in which very few of the adherents to wealth are able to replicate, which is quite impressive. You hear, boom. Gearbox would like to announce that Igor, Wintress, and Elviron are requested in the main hall. Boom.
Waitress.
Who said that?
It sounded like.
Are you
Gearbox.
okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm gonna have another one for good measure. And,
Maybe you should go outside because you look like you might. Meanwhile, Wintress is like fine, despite how many bowls she's had.
Igor's heavy breathing, kind of hunched over.
Flop sweats.
Yeah, that's right. He's having the sweats, and he probably stagger outside, realizing he's probably reached his limit by now. I'm just gonna say he's at his limit. He's
okay.
He's gonna go hurl and maybe collapse.
All right.
I don't know if he's gonna make it to the get together. He could try.
As Igor's leaving, Wintress will like stand on top of a table, give like a really elegant bow, and be like, "And that is how the high priests of the cult perform the yearly celebration of the coming of the liberators. Good day!" And she leaves.
They all bow, like almost like they just almost prostrate themselves.
It's only going to be shown once. You better remember. Can't wait to see how it's evolved in 800 years.
This will be our oral tradition.
It's going to be Cirque du Soleil. It's going to be basically Cirque du Soleil with food. Is what this is going to turn into.
With soup sipping.
Please, yes.
Soup du Soleil.
I want them to have chisels of this in the rock walls describing the events.
Oh God, what have we done?
Soup du Soleil.
Soup du Soleil. Okay,
Yep.
So Wintress, do you and Elviron head directly to the other hall, or do you hang out with Igor as he?
We'll probably wait for Igor.
Okay. So Igor, just roll me a straight con save. Oh yeah, it doesn't take you long. You just need to kind of like.
I got a empty pot of me system here. The soup was kind of clogged up here. I gotta get it down to here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just after a few minutes of deep heavy breathing and trying to like just you can't catch your breath. You've eaten so much.
Igor will do the classic go to the bathroom because you always have more room after you go to the bathroom. He'll go to the bathroom and he'll be like, "Oh, I can breathe." And Igor's doing the like heavy breathing. And he's going to kind of waddle while holding his chest, kind of work his way down, belly slosh a little bit.
All right, so you, Wintress, and Elviron slowly make your way.
Wendell, I didn't get your food.
After about 30 minutes of waiting.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, about 30 minutes of waiting, you see Igor and Wintress and Elviron come in. Wintress and Elviron look perfectly fine and quite entertained.
Igor's got food, baby.
Yeah.
Buttons are stretched to their limit. Probably a little bit of food splattering on him. Heavy breathing. He's holding his chest. Hello, Master.
Igor, how are you still alive? I think he just...
not hungry, Master.
You need
First time in my life.
All right. And he's like, he goes to Pat, but he's like, I don't want to touch him and he'll explode. So he just, good job.
I didn't get you any.
He's like the
I'm
boy
sorry,
that ate
what?
the blueberry in Willy Wonka.
Yes. I'm sorry, you didn't get me any?
Do
you know how hungry I am?
I promise I'll get you more.
It's fine.
In a bit.
It's fine. We have rations.
Master, can I sit down?
Yes, sit down, it's fine. But you will have to stand and walk through a portal soon, so.
No.
I think the last thing that Wendell does before leaving, he's got like a, like those little booths, like when you're like trying to recruit people for like a college, like join this college club, or when you're like soliciting things like this is a charity drive, please sign this petition or whatever. He's got one of those set up in the beginning of the throne room for like people to come and read the paraphernalia that has been left behind for them, and way back, we bought some spell scrolls,
Okay.
of things and stuff. So I want to use. I was like, I don't know if I'll use this scroll, but it sounds dramatic. That might be good for like this. I was going to use it in our secret room under the inn, but I'm
Okay.
going to use it here instead. I'm going to use the magic mouth scroll and leave a message
okay.
that plays.
In,
with a condition-
in perpetual perpetuity.
Basically,
Yo, get out of my room.
let these materials guide you, in the coming days. When 800 years have passed, which Gearbox will be able to let you know when that time has come. And he'll have that page pulled from his book with his signature on it so that another warlock, tome warlock can add it to their book. The finest of you may add this page to their book and contact me, and I will answer.
In
Till
800
then-
years.
Yes. Till then, may the guiding light of the prism of power guide you. And that's it, because it's a short message, and
Right.
the trigger is basically when someone comes up to the booth,
Okay.
to this
All
table. He
right.
probably dragged a nice desk from somewhere and just put all the things on there, and very carefully placed the page in like a page protector, or something, so they could keep it safe.
It will be illuminated and under glass in no time.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, anybody have anything else they want to do before you activate the portal again?
Heavy breathing.
Okay.
And I like to
Alright.
think that the magic mouth has his mustache on it. It's thematic.
Oh God. Yes. Okay. So
I'd like to get the blueprints for the chair,
the blueprints for the chair.
just in case I need to build one to get back.
To build a portal, yeah.
There aren't any blueprints for the chair.
Damn.
Yeah, Gearbox informs you that the chair was part and parcel to the main part to the actual ship itself, and so there are no records of how it was created. Those data banks were destroyed or are corrupt.
I'll find another way home.
We'll just find the ship eventually.
Ooh, that's what I'll do.
Oh no.
Sorry, evil planning.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Gearbox will open portal whenever you're ready. Just give Gearbox an indication of when you would like it, and Gearbox will say
All right.
goodbye.
Wintress, are you ready to go see this secret lost city?
What?
Yes. Exciting, right?
Has this been mentioned before? Like, did Winters know we were looking for a secret lost city?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It might
It's
have been
like,
mentioned in passing, but not
yeah,
with your
in
attention
passing.
span.
Yeah.
We're looking for a secret lost city? Why did no one tell me?
Oh, I'm
That is so cool.
Isn't it just? We just have to go through a portal and we'll be there. We're looking for someone there. Unfortunately, this person has been up to quite dastardly things and we have to stop them. But
Okay. Well, listen, last time I walked through a portal, I ended up with you guys, so only good things can come of this, of course.
certainly, yes.
That's fair.
Yes. Igor, Lamont. Do we have a Lamont looking in the shadows?
I'm always here.
Right. Wonderful. Left all the things. I hope they
You
do
look
well.
up. He's literally like hanging from the ceiling directly
Yeah.
overhead.
Head count. Wendell does it twice because Igor, and Elva, and we're now Wintress. He goes, I believe we are ready, Gearbox. Tis been an honor knowing you, and I'm sure we will see each other again in the future.
Gearbox looks forward to seeing you all again. Gearbox is very happy. I have
Hey.
purpose.
Save some more of that soup for me.
I hope you
Gearbox.
make lots of friends here with the people who live on this island.
Oh, it preserves well.
And Gearbox
I
says,
done the recipe.
Gearbox will surprise you guys in 3, 2, 1, and the portal just unfolds.
And
They're in the
we're off.
center. And do you all jump through?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Waddle jump.
All right. Lamont just like cuts his grappler hook and just falls into the portal.
Yeah.
So
cool.
you step through and you're immediately, it's like being doused in cold water. Your whole body is like the nerve endings across your body are just tingling. There is no sight at this point. You are just dumped in a very, very cold ice water bath, and every nerve sings at the frigid nature of your skin. Suddenly, warmth, flashes of warmth, flashes of bright light. And then you all fall through into this dirty, kind of like, overgrown ledge looking into another valley. A lot like the one you had here, except without the floating island in the center. And as you start to gain ground and figure out where you are and start really kind of taking in, as your eyes adjust to the changes in light, Lamont comes falling out of the portal, knocking most of you down because of how he went through the portal.
Oh, not my knees!
Wasn't how it was supposed to go. Sorry. I'll loom over here.
Thank you.
Here a minute. Over here.
Stand up, push myself off.
As you all stand back up and look out, the legendary lost city of Qualanthri spreads out in front of you through a narrow mountain vale. Ancient and intricate stone towers rise up from the valley floor, though many of these have toppled against one another to form dangerous-looking walkways extending between the ruins. The rooftops and upper levels of the towers are strewn with vines and foliage, but a strange gleam extends across the lower reaches of the city, resembling an almost transparent barrier some 30 feet above the ground, visible only where it catches the light. Below that strange barrier, the buildings of the city are unnaturally clean, showing no signs of vegetation or other life, and highlighting the glimmering glassy statuary that stands everywhere. Even at a distance, many of the statues appear to be humanoids of different races.
And they're obviously statues, not...
They are not living.
Okay.
And that's what you see before
Well,
you from the map.
there it is, I suppose.
Well, it doesn't look very lost to me.
Well, it's because we've just
It's
found
right
it.
there.
Yes.
But I mean, like, anybody who comes into this valley can find it. It's right there.
I don't think
It's not
many people
very
come
lost.
into this valley.
Well,
You
why
know,
not? It's right there.
Everyone who's gone has never returned.
You guys are right there.
What? Does that mean we're not going to return?
Oh
I have
no,
things to do.
we're exceptional, Wintress, if you haven't noticed. We are, including yourself, quite excellent specimens of people and individuals. We'll be fine. He
Side
hopes.
glances
Well,
to
of course.
Side glances
She, like-
to bloated, sweating Igor.
Wintress like puffs up a little bit with the compliment and just, well, of course we'll be fine.
Yes. Now, that doesn't mean we shouldn't be careful, but
Oh, I'm always careful.
I'm sure you are. So
Probably
I've
just-
noticed.
Overgrown buildings and just says, I hope we're not too late.
I hope so
Well,
as well.
Only the upper levels are overgrown.
What are we worried about being late for, Harlan? Dinner? Lunch?
Something more important than that.
Stopping Brumsandi.
Igor's confused.
What is Rob Sandy?
Remember those poor sad brains in jars?
Yes, they were mean.
Yes, well, he's the one who put them there, in those jars.
Oh, that's mean.
So, yes, and he plans on destroying the world in the future.
Yeah, that's really mean.
So we need to stop him from destroying the world.
Does he live
Probably.
here? Does he live here, Master?
Because we live
Now-
here.
Now, when you say the world, you mean this world, like the Feywild would be fine.
Well,
Because like I could just go home if this place is destroyed, so not a big deal to me.
It's not uncertain. He's trying to, mess with deities and things. You know how deities like to cross over to other planes.
I mean, the Fae do that all the time.
They do, but they don't destroy worlds.
I mean, we definitely could. We
Could,
put our mind to it.
but then you wouldn't have anything fun left over now, would you?
I don't know. Destruction can be a lot of fun.
Yes, but what about
Just
after
saying.
the destruction?
Well, then you build it again, and then you just destroy it again.
Can we work on this apocalypse before we start
Yes,
another?
we will work on this one first. Yes. This one doesn't
One
plan on including the
apocalypse
Fae.
at a time, please.
Yes. He doesn't want to include the Fae in the destruction phase. That's just...
All right, so you're standing on an overlook, looking out at a ruined city that is
Now, how do we get
two-tone.
down? Oh, first of all, do we
That
see
should
any
be my
movement?
question.
That's a good
Okay,
question.
give me perception checks.
I just cleaned off my desk and put away all my dice.
You're a bit away. You know,
Yes.
it's you're a bit away.
But if we see, like, Godzilla or a T-Rex, that'd be good to know, you know?
Okay, we got a
King Kong
19
starts
from
fighting it
Wintress.
out.
Igor's got a
Perception?
16.
Oh, a 9.
A 9. You are not. You're still wondering about which apocalypse that the Fae are going to create.
Yes. Not in my lifetime,
Harlan,
hopefully.
a 4. Harlan's just upset you're talking about other apocalypses and can't focus on anything. He's like, we have one already. Igor, you notice vines blowing in the wind,
It's,
but that's about it. You see movement, but when you focus on it a little bit more, it's just like, oh, it's just,
it's nothing like before.
yeah, it's nothing. Waitress, your 19 doesn't see much more. There,
Okay.
you see no real signs of life from this distance.
It is perfectly safe. Let's go.
Alright, how are we non-flyers going to get down? Just
I mean,
through a
don't
path?
you-
It's a path.
carpet?
There's a path.
Oh.
Literally, like
We'll just
you
start
see
walking.
behind. You
You
see
have a carpet?
behind you where you portaled in. Once you start looking around for where to
Mhm.
go, that this was a cleft through a valley to get to the city, but it has been blocked
Ooh.
and has been blocked for some time.
Okay.
And Wintress, with your perception, you look out around and you see several other paths that look like they went up into the mountains, and they have completely been overgrown, like where the mountain has been pulled down to stop these pathways in, as if this one place has been sealed away from everyone.
Like on purpose? It looks
Mm-hmm.
It looks like
intentional.
it does look intentional.
Okay.
I pull out my 10-foot pole and I start walking. Get out in front of me. Yeah.
Okay.
Wintress just hops on Elviron and will fly slightly above the party.
He goes following Master and helping him with the pole. And the
I'm
pole.
eating
Alright.
trail mix out of my snack bag of holding while I do
Yes,
this.
there you go.
After about 15 minutes of walking, because you're a little bit out. The towers,
yeah.
the fallen towers of Qualanthri begin to loom ahead of you. The strange 30-foot wide band of just clean, barren land begins to stand out a little bit more. Then there's that strange sheen from time to time as you get closer. What's everyone's passive perception?
11.
11.
It is a
16.
10.
Harlan's a 10. Wintress, 16. Wonderful. Wintress again noticing things. Hopefully she shares them. Wintress, you've been keeping a clear eye out now, and this sheen has really been bothering you. It just seems weird. It's like a reflection from time to time, especially at the angle you're at and where the sun's shining. But now you're starting to really look down there and you see bones, like almost intact skeletons suspended. There are weapons floating next to them. It almost seems like in some macabre representation of what a person or an animal might be on the edges of like this clean area. And as you look along the edge all the way around, you start to see a lot of animal skeletons in the same way, like they were just walking and stopped and died.
Okay. Wintress absorbs all of this, but immediately her mind thinks puppets. So she points and she's like, those puppets don't have any strings and I love it.
She points it out and now you all can see that.
Oh, aren't we sure those are puppets?
Well, yeah, they're like sitting up like puppets.
I look at Harlan, knowing that at some point in time we did a science experiment where we threw things into a barrier and they moved very slowly or held still.
Okay. I will give survival checks or intelligence checks here to see if you can tell what's going on.
It looks like their flesh was just ripped from their bones as they were moving about the city.
I wouldn't say it looks like it's ripped. It's just like there's no flesh on them at all at this point.
Disintegrated from them or whatever.
It's just bones, but they're perfectly articulated where they stand.
Do the bones look old? Do they look like they've been sun bleached and they've been there for a long time?
Clean.
Clean. Okay.
Who they look like
But
they've been.
It's a
gnawed
news.
They do not look like they are that they have aged at all where they're at. And it seems like the greater like amount of them are around the edges as far as you can see. And there are a few look like bird skeletons
He's not
that are
living.
out a ways, but okay, so we have an intelligence check.
Why are
of
both of
15
Travis's
from
characters
Igor.
dead? I just
Yeah, it's a thing. He's going through a phase.
It's going through a phase. It's fine.
And Harlan with
I
a
got
17.
I got a 14 survival.
You got a 14? Okay. Wintress, you gonna roll anything?
No, I don't think she
Cares.
She
Although
thinks
you,
they're
Weird
puppets.
Yeah.
they're puppets.
although you did give the answer.
Oh?
Yeah, you said it.
Oh, I did.
You did say it. Did anyone else notice what she said?
I did say it.
She said a lot of things.
I did say a
Harlan.
lot of things.
Ain't no
I said
strings
one
on
thing in
me.
particular.
You look out across this, and as you guys get closer, you start seeing the preponderance of bones, the way they're articulated. They're perfectly clean, but they are not aged whatsoever. The entire valley floor is one large gelatinous cube. It's an
Oh
But-
no!
Massive ooze filling 30 feet tall through the entire valley, all the way across the island. This valley.
Wait.
You know what's his name? Juiplex, the ooze demon, would be very jealous right now.
I'm
Good guess.
Oh no! It's the ooze demon lord.
It's not him. It is not him. It is not. I will not scare you with that, but
That'd be
you'll
really
find out
bad.
more.
I've seen those
it's-
stat blocks.
Yes. No. It's not him.
I see why those enter that never return.
Why is enlighten Igor Harlan?
Master, usually something that's clean and squeaky on the bones or something that's kind of slurped off all the
Yes,
stuff
you
off
do
of it.
enjoy the slurping.
What I'm getting at, Master, is some kind of creature that sucks things dry. It's, been
Oh my God.
in. It's really big.
Very close. Yeah.
I'm trying to play Igor's intelligence as an 8. He gets something slurpy. He's
It's
still
slurpy,
stupid.
slimy. It's
It appears that the entire valley is guarded, consumed
consumed.
by an ooze of some sort.
Oh my god, it's been so
Ooh.
long since I've had an ooze bath.
I'm sorry. So you've had a what?
An ooze bath? You're telling me you've never had an ooze bath?
No, I enjoy living.
Oh, you don't die from ooze baths.
Everyone I know
okay,
who's had an ooze
listen.
bath has died from one.
No, you sit in the ooze, right? And your skin gets all tingly and it just melts away all the dead cells. And then when you come out, you're as smooth as a baby.
It doesn't disintegrate. Do you have to use a mild ooze?
No, it's just an ooze.
Our skin isn't as resilient to
I
Acid
think you are
is-
superior to us in the skin cell department, Wintris.
She's really not. You're telling me you've never had an ooze bath before?
No, because
Oh.
You are missing out. We should do an ooze bath right now.
Mr. Wendell.
Look, there's a massive ooze right there.
I don't wish to look like those skeletons. Up ahead, Igor,
Well,
you will
they
not take an ooze bath.
obviously
Can you like say there's a massive ooze right there, like a bird like flies into it, like
And it
disappears.
just, as the bird flies, like hits it, it just dissolves back.
Yeah,
Like a
Exactly.
swipe
little-
transition
little
to a
slow-mo, like,
skeleton.
You see a little sparrow fly in there and hit, and it just oozes away. And you see a hawk go down to try and get the sparrow, and it does the same thing.
they obviously just stayed in the ooze too long. It's
They
like
were
you get
in there
you
for
get
like
out.
0.2 seconds.
Yeah, too long. Time is so
Oh, yes,
weird
please.
here. Like I don't like
Oh.
it.
You see a
Oh,
larger
it's
bird
the-
fly by, and a pseudopod reaches up and knocks it out of the sky. And
I
then
back
oozes
up.
it.
I just
Sweet.
pull back a little bit.
Yes.
Speaking of which, how far away are you from the edge of the ooze?
Far enough.
As soon as I figured out it was abuse, I stopped moving. I'll tell
Well,
you that.
I didn't think you guys got that close to
Yeah,
it, but
no.
Igor's by Wendell, should not close.
okay.
Wendell backs up a little bit more, seeing that pseudopod.
I
Ew.
want to look up into any of the towers.
Mhm.
Is there any like lights or maybe fires up in them that I can
No.
see? Nothing.
They've been
sort of-
consumed by the ooze.
So
Although
from the,
there
Quick
is supposed to be a
question.
vampire around here somewhere.
yes,
Question.
Wintress.
The tentacle that came up and slapped that bird.
Mm-hmm.
What was its reach? How far?
The bird was about 5 or 6 feet off the surface.
Okay. So I
But
guess
you don't know that that's the exact length.
Right.
But-
Mhm.
I guess since you guys don't want to take an ooze bath, which you are missing out, it's
I'll take
like
a rain check on it, you know.
Ooze
next
check?
time.
ooze check.
An ooze
I-
check, yes.
I'm
a slime
telling you.
check.
Like my skin always feels so much better.
You know,
after
if
an
I
ooze
go
bath.
find myself in the Feywild, I will find you and we can have an ooze bath there.
I'll take you to the Oozle Palace.
Yes, I would love to see the Oozle Palace.
That exists now.
Yep.
That exists now.
It's just
It's-
a Turkish
it's
bath,
like-
but run by
ooze.
oozes.
Oh my god.
It's connected to Miss Farrah's Manor now. You know, that's actually a door in Miss Farrah's Manor.
Yes, the
Oozle
Palace.
The Oozle Palace.
So what? I mean, Elviron. I mean, I could fly. Elviron could also. We could fly over and we could see like maybe if there's a spot where like maybe it's like a circular ooze and like it's hollow
like a
in the center.
donut-shaped ooze.
A donut ooze. Yes,
An ooze ring.
an ooze nut. Nope. Nope,
No.
not ooze.
Maybe,
Nope.
maybe a
Nope.
donooze.
I said it and I was like, "Ugh, no.
Are you going to do a flyby, Wintress?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I'm gonna
Like
go
an oozle tube. Like an inner
How
tube.
high?
I'm gonna go 20 feet up.
Okay, 20 feet.
Just me. I'm gonna leave Elviron.
Wasn't it 30 feet tall?
Well, 20
Well,
feet above
20
the
feet above the
surface.
top.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm technically
At
50 feet up in
least.
the air.
Okay.
Yes.
So
and I'm gonna start by going around the outside of the city, and then I want to see if I can go into like the center and see if there's any ooze in the center. If that makes sense.
Okay. This is what you're going to see as you fly over. And what you guys see from behind is that as Wintress is flying 20 feet above, pseudopods are just popping up and swinging at about 10 feet, trying to reach her. And it's just all the way across.
Fly faster. Fly faster.
It's just
She's
like it's like it's doing the wave going after her as she goes
Like
by.
a stadium.
Exactly.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
But Wintress, as you go over, unlike the figures seen standing, along the edges of the towers above, the glass figures, the hundreds of glass statues that fill Qualanthri have been arranged on the streets and in open courtyards as if staging scenes of city life, a market square, a royal personage holding court, and so forth. In addition to the statues, huge numbers of glassy baubles are spread throughout these scenes, serving as stand-ins for fruits in the market, huge jewels worn at a ball, as a scepter and an orb held by a statue noble, and things like that. Looking around, the legends appear almost true. Here is a city inhabited entirely by folk of glass, and whose every possession is glass as well. But none of them move, and there is no hole. There is
Okay.
no ooze nut.
Winters will make her way back.
I bet there
And
are
she,
some at the Oozle Palace.
So you're doing that for like 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
Because it's a pretty good sized city to do a good tour of.
Okay.
The rest of you are looking out over this. Harlan and Wendell, Igor and Lamont. You notice that the way some of the towers have fallen into each other, you could very easily, or at least you could relatively safely, make your way across these fallen towers far enough away from the ooze and its pseudopods that you could probably make your way through the city, at least to a certain extent, and explore some.
But we do have a flying carpet.
There's also that.
Oh.
But won't we need to land at some
Caution
point?
using that here. I'm sure this place has magical defenses of some sort.
Most likely. How do you get... Do they teach you about ooze removal in butlery school? Igor.
About oozes at butler school.
Yes, ooze removal, ooze
Usually you use some kind of really...
termination.
Usually you use really every kind of degreaser type substance.
Degreaser. Well, we didn't pack
Yeah.
that, damn it! How are we supposed to know?
We could maybe make up some kind of soapy base, you know, like
We're gonna fight this city-sized ooze with a bunch of Dawn dish soap.
Dawn dish soap. Yeah, that's right.
The Morning Lord dish detergent.
I'm trying to think of all the funny names I could come up with for different soaps now. I mean, Dawn's pretty like the Dawn, you know.
Yes. Morning Lord's
Yeah.
dish detergent.
Morning Lord's dish detergent. Yep, there you go. Perfect. We used to use Morning Lord's dish
Yes,
detergent
yes,
for
classic.
all our scrubbing needs.
Mm,
With a little bit of powder of the Bakester with some scrubbing to get off hard stains.
And that's a rather large ooze.
We need a
We
lot
need like industrial bulk. Harlan, how would you... can you shoo an ooze? Like, how does one encourage an ooze to slide
Master.
elsewhere? Yes, Igor.
Sorry to interrupt your conversation with Holland. I had no idea. What if we dilute the ooze with a lot of water?
Do we have that much water, Igor?
Or you could get some either heavy rains, or we could flood the valley.
I imagine that there's been heavy rains here before.
If we open a portal to the water plane,
It's like if only we had one of those little bottles. Just ever. For flowing water.
Or
Are
There was-
oozes... Does anything deter an ooze? Do they dislike fire or something? Or
so
we should try to find a way around.
can the ooze be reasoned with? Can I convert the ooze?
can I convert the ooze? Oh my gosh!
Because that's what the
Here,
ultimate
take a
campaign
pamphlet.
needs.
Like you throw
A
the
city-sized
pamphlet into the ooze.
ooze.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'll throw a pamphlet into the ooze.
Don't
The paper airplane.
get too close to it.
Oh no, I'm paper airplaning it.
Oh, okay.
The paper
Okay,
airplane a
that's it.
pamphlet into the ooze.
That's it.
Maybe
convert
he'll
the
read
ooze.
it and convert and then move politely for us.
Who knows? Maybe he used to be a really pleasant human chap who was reincarnated as an ooze.
I'm
That's
pretty sure your airplane lasts as long as that bird did.
Probably.
Less. It just disintegrates. It flies in and just gets swatted and just.
Thankfully, I've made hundreds of those. I mean, less
All right,
now.
Wintress,
Try
you
again.
make it back and watch as the paper airplane note is disintegrated almost as soon as it crosses into the area of the ooze field.
Wintress sits down and
Any luck?
I think whoever lives here or lived here was a very lonely person.
Oh dear.
Maybe the person who lived here was the ooze and he just got too big.
Well, There's a bunch of like glass people and figures and like props all over the place.
Is the ooze into playing house or like tabletop war games?
Maybe.
Settlers of
Not any oozes I've
Come
ever
on.
met.
Settlers of Exandria.
Maybe, I don't know, the Quanthrians are naturally resistant to this?
Were they moving or were they just stood still?
They were still. Nothing moved.
Come
Aside
on,
from
shit.
the tentacles.
Perhaps they're all cursed to live as glass people, or as a self-defense mechanism against the ooze lord.
Maybe.
Do we absolutely have to deal with this here oozy priesty creature? Can we, maybe just...
Well,
Do
Rumsana
our
came
thing.
this way and wants the end of the world. We have to find him, and he wanted Qualanthri, and this is Qualanthri. You don't think he
Well,
put this dastardly ooze here, do you?
Yeah, we found the city. Do we need to do anything else? That's what we were supposed to do,
I
right? We
mean-
found it.
There's a machine that needs to be destroyed. Wouldn't you love to destroy a machine?
Master, what if we push the machine
Yeah.
into the ooze?
It's a machine that might be ooze resilient. You know, metals and glass. Or
But if the
such.
machine is in the city, then the machine is in the ooze.
Yes. And there's a lot of things in that city that the ooze is not disintegrated, like the bones and metals and oh,
While they're talking,
and and I'm
Glass.
gonna start flipping through to show that picture of the disc that I sketch in my book. It'll look a piece of the machinery will look like this.
Did I see
Well-
anything like that? Sorry, go
No.
ahead.
I was to say, while they're talking, can Igor walk close to the ooze and try prestidigitation?
How close do you get to the ooze?
Oh,
Close enough to cast me prestidigitation, Feather Duster.
What is the range on prestidigitation?
I
I'm
think
actually
it's
pulling it up right now.
much.
Can
Come on.
I think if we go into one of those towers and we make our way down, we might be able to get into the
10
Undercity.
feet. 10 feet range. Sorry.
A 10-foot range.
Uh-oh.
Wait, was it prestidigitation
Yes.
they had? Yeah,
Yes.
okay. I was just making sure.
Okay, let me check something.
Igor's just thinking, how would I clean up the
We're gonna
ooze?
clean
Me
this
Feather
10 feet
Duster.
destroy this ooze 10 feet at a time.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I
You're gonna have,
gotta
like,
see.
carpal tunnel in your wrist from feather dusting a whole citywide ooze away.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Where is his information?
I'm
No.
pretty sure he's within range if he gets 10 feet.
No, he's in range at 10 feet.
It's okay.
Um,
It's Igor. He'll be fine.
I mean, the creature's just gotta be colossal.
It's gotta be.
Colossal ooze.
Okay, so as you get close and begin trying to clean the gelatinous cube, a pseudopod slides out of it 10 feet and swings at you.
So
Get
can
out of
Igor
there!
bat it away? Leave me alone.
Oh God! And he rolls a natural 1.
Yes!
You've cleaned it so well.
Igor smacks it with the feather duster.
Clean.
You back away.
Wait your turn.
Do you stay 10 feet or do you back away?
Yeah, he's gonna try.
Are you
He's
gonna?
try,
Okay.
He's gonna try and clean the cube. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you use your action on your turn
Yeah.
to clean the cube. You're gleaming the cube at this point.
Igor's looking for cleaning effects.
Okay. Well, it is immune to blind, charm, deaf, and exhaustion, frightened, prone, and cleaned. So
And cleaned?
unfortunately,
Oh.
I'm sorry. Your
Oh.
cleaning doesn't really do anything. Another pseudopod
Hmm.
reaches out and swings at you.
Oh,
I am rolling terrible. A
I'm
10,
not
I
happy.
know, does not hit you.
No.
Another pseudopod swings
God.
and slams down beside
It's
you.
okay. Igor just huffs it off and whatever. It's not working. Master, it seems to be immune to my cleaning effects.
Wilvin,
but
come
it-
back here.
Help your blessings and get out of there!
Fine.
Okay.
Igor disengages.
Oh,
as if it was
are you
ever a fight.
disengaging or are you stepping away?
Oh, okay. Sorry, stepping away. I don't know. He just walked up to it.
No, you can disengage if you want to disengage.
If it counts as that, sure.
Yeah, no. Okay. So another pseudopod swings and lands right where you were standing as you disengage from the creature. I cannot believe I rolled a 1 and a 6.
Oh no.
Oh, it's gonna eat me an Igor.
I got no clue what to do, Marsh. They won't claim.
You were saying something, Harlan. I believe you had a brilliant idea, as you typically do.
I think I found a way up into one of the towers. If we reach the top,
That's a start.
we might be able to take its stairway down to the Undercity.
Oh yes,
There
we don't
may
know
not-
if oozes travel around corners.
Master, what if there's a bunch of baby oozes down there? Just like the big mama ooze.
Then I guess you'll need a baby dust cleaner.
Igor's pondering now a little mini dust cleaner. Like an itty bitty little one, yeah. Master, I know what I want for my birthday.
I'll make a note of it. Should you live to see it. Right, I suppose we shall head to one of these towers then, Harlan. Lead the way.
And you said there was like a tower that we could possibly make our way up?
Oh, there's several towers that are still standing. Now you see, like, for every one tower that stands, there are 3 towers around it that have fallen. This looks to be an ancient city that is not weathered very well. So it's up to you about how safe you think it would be to land in these towers.
Well, I want to try to climb one of the broken towers up to one.
You're not going to use your flying carpet to fly to the tower? I mean, I'm perfectly happy to make you do an athletic check to see if you can climb a tower over a gelatinous cube.
Look. I mean, I'll use it in case of emergencies.
Okay. All right. So
I think it's more epic if the party climbs up the tower. What?
no, I think this is a wonderful idea. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. So you make your way along one of the fallen towers. Inside, you see, like broken statuettes of the glass statues. They seem to be broken with the tower fill. It looks like they were filled with glass statues themselves. The pseudopods are slapping the side of the tower, adding a rhythmic aspect to your movement, like it knows you're there, and it's trying to get to you, but it just can't. You make your way to the base of one of these towers. You see it goes up quite a ways. Well, I say the base above the pseudopod infested area of the lower city. And if you wish, you may try to attempt to climb up it to a window that's about 20 feet above you.
Now that I realize out of character, and I think Harlan might realize in character, that this ooze has tremor sense, maybe getting on the carpet's a better idea.
I mean, you did see it try to attack Wintress as she flew over it.
Oh, without even...
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she was flying 30 feet above it, and the pseudopods were swinging at her.
Possibly tremors in the air, but...
I have a terrible, wonderful idea.
Oh, really?
Yes. So, this thing swiping at things, it looks like it could be a thing,
Yes.
We could get on the carpet, and I could cast gaseous form, where you look like a misty cloud, but fly directly under the carpet, so we just look like a cloud passing overhead, so it won't try to swat at us.
I like it.
Camouflage our carpet from below.
It'll work.
I'm not against it.
We can give it a go to see if it.
I still think we'll be well out of its range. It'll still know.
But if it doesn't even know we're in one of the towers, that's even better.
Yeah, we don't really want it to know we're going into one of the towers.
Mm-hmm. So we can try the cloud camouflage. All right.
I think it's worth a try.
All right, let's try it. Let's go. I'll put
Okay.
Wendell's performance skills to act like a fluffy cloud to the test.
Okay. So how many people are being transformed into a fluffy cloud?
Just Wendell.
Okay.
Or Igor, but I trust my acting skills more than Igor's.
Okay.
So, I won't be able to physically talk, but I can still use telepathy.
Okay. Give me a performance check for fluffy cloud.
It lasts for an hour. And I can only move 10 feet, so we're just a softly drifting cloud.
Wow, that is a slow flying carpet move right there.
A natural 20!
Natural 20. Wendell is the best fluffy cloud you've ever seen.
Where'd
It's-
Wendell go?
It's literally just
Does the cloud have a stash, like a mustache?
You know, if you look at it from the right angle, you can like it's like
Cloud
looking
looks
at
like a
clouds and seeing
mustache,
things.
yeah.
You know, at certain angles, it looks like the prism of power. You
Yes,
know,
at
the
one
symbol
angle
for
It's
the
like
prism
one
of
of those
power.
morphing holographic images where it's like
Yeah, depending on
mustache
how you look
prism,
at it.
mustache prism.
Mustache
You know.
prism, his, like, side profile.
Yeah, his side profile.
Is it?
The worst thing ever. Somewhere in some distant mountain range, Howl sees this and is instantly enraged. Like, stupid cloud.
I assume
Yes.
that we can't see anything, but do we hear
Well,
this
you're on.
effective?
No, you're on top of the carpet,
Uh-huh.
and Wendell is clouding below.
Uh-huh.
And is exquisite in his cloudliness, and so you fly above the ooze field, and the pseudopods do not attack, but you're still above it. It's
Mhm.
just like it's not even sure you're there.
Mhm.
This is how we stealth for a giant ooze, or just a cloud, and just telepathically, like, yes, this tower that you pointed out earlier. Yes, I'll float this way.
Okay, where do you go?
Yeah, whatever tower Wendell Harlan would have pointed towards.
Go that big
there's a-
old tower right there. in
This
the
one right
middle.
there.
Oh, you go there.
Oh no!
Wow. Okay.
That one looks cool. I like that
You
one.
It
know,
does look
I've
cool.
I've found our stopping point for the evening.
But
Okay.
maybe they'll just think we're a cloud, and if it's real bad, we can just keep floating by. We'll do a flyby, a drift by.
Well, the top level of the city's tallest standing tower is ringed and covered by a dome of glass statues. All are facing inward and pressed so tightly together as to leave no space between them.
No space.
Hmm.
Wintress, you see when you're looking at some of these towers that many of them look to be in an agitated defensive stance, like they're trying to fight something before they became the statues, or they're representations of people who were fighting something, depending upon the muse of the creator.
Okay. Interesting.
It looks like
they've
Oh,
been
go
doing
ahead.
it for a long time.
these at this height do not look as pristine as the ones below. Everyone can see this. The ones in the ooze are shiny and perfect and clear. These are weathered and dull and cracked. They look like they've been in the weather for some long time.
So the statues were here before the ooze.
Or the statues here at the same time as the ooze.
Mm.
Or these have been removed from the ooze.
Very
Or the
many
ooze
things.
really is in the miniatures.
Yeah, maybe he's
That's
trying
still
to
my
get
rating theory.
He's trying to get a D&D game going, and just no one wants to play. And he's got
I
all the
wonder
minis.
why. Yeah, all the minis. He's the whole town, ready to run.
Yeah.
There's,
He's playing a Warhammer campaign.
Mm-hmm.
is there any
Looks
way-
like
Ever
you-
see?
It looks like you'll have to move some statues or break some statues to be able to land
even land. It's
It,
just,
well, I mean, it's a dome, and then there's these parapets along the side, and they're full, like all the way around it. And so, where you would normally think you could land, you would have to knock some of these over, or break some, or move some.
Well, there's space on the carpet. Could maybe you just pull one up onto the carpet to see what's behind it?
Sure, I don't see why not.
I mean, touching them's probably a terrible idea. I can't. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, who would like to try? I'll need an athletics check of some sort, or a strength check if you feel that's better. I mean, I don't know why.
I want to try, before doing this, I want to try to identify the state they're in.
Ooh.
What are you trying to do now?
Cast identify.
Give myself an identify on the statue. Ooh.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I must touch it to do that, so.
Grab my spell. Oh, okay. You touch it, and you don't. Nothing happens to you. You go through the different aspects of what identification will tell you. And with this future knowledge spell, you actually see the creation of this statue, part of your chronological magics that you have. As you touch it, you see it you see the weathering wear away from it. You see it moving back into the past. You see that the cracks fill, the gleam comes back to it, the vines grow away. You see it become a kinku, which is what it was before. You see it shifting from glass into feather form, and you see it being surrounded by waves of ooze pouring out of a portal. It looks just like the portal that went to hell from Brumsandi. And Harlan, with this, you imagine that this very well could be a portal opened up in the Dewey Blex's realm and just sucking out the living ooze that exists within that realm, pouring it out into this city before it stops at the height you see. And out of the corner of your eye, you see an undead creature that you don't quite recognize. Like, you see it looking across under this torrent of ooze. You see it looking across, going like from behind you. It's looking across, and you see each one of these defenders turning to glass as the time starts to catch back up. And you see it look in the direction of this particular kinku, and it turns to glass as well. And you're back where you're at.
Glass Medusa.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
You'd think she'd see her reflection.
It's no, all of the glass is the frosted. It's all frosted glass.
It's all frosted.
Well, I will definitely inform the rest of the party of what I saw. But I couldn't make out what this
So we've
undead
got
creature.
a portal potentially still open to the ooze realm and a glass-making Medusa. You know, I heard a rumor once that you should just look a Medusa right in the eyes, and that's how you deal with them.
I heard that too.
But I've also heard that rumor was debunked. In the Underdark.
It does seem counterintuitive to.
One would think. I don't know how such a rumor perpetuated.
That's absolute insanity.
Well, we could look into some of the other towers, perhaps, and then come back to this one. Right.
Let's just
As you guys are discussing this,
Oh.
Wintress, you have the highest passive perception.
Oh no.
In quiet echoes from within the tower, you hear an almost insane babbling, a broken, gruff voice, cursing priests, cursing
Vampire.
birds, cursing Brahmsandi, just cursing, just muttering about how she'll get them back one day. It'll be done. I will pay them back for what they've done to me. I will burn the world. I will turn them all to glass. Just
Okay, maybe not
whispering.
the vampire.
just sitting there echoing throughout the
Can I-
temple.
You know,
It's echoing. Can I tell how far away it is? Not quite.
This tower has so many nooks and crannies. The voices seem to be bouncing off of every angle, and it's so quiet. You're the only one that notices it.
Okay. Wintress is she's like straining to hear, and then she just in like a stage whisper, she's like, I think somebody's in there. I can hear people talking or a person talking. She sounds really mad.
In what way does she sound mad? Like,
I don't know. Like, well, she's talking about like burning everybody and like making everyone pay and turning people to glass and
did she mention
sounds a little
Brumsandi
crazy.
well,
Did she mention Brahmsandi, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she
specifically
did.
by name.
By name. It was a little on the nose.
Oh, well, if she hates Brumsandi, that's good for us.
Is it when she turned this whole city to glass?
Maybe it was a self-defense mechanism, because he was portaling in an ooze.
Excuse me.
I would suggest we prevent the meeting with her for as long as possible.
We can go check out the other towers, see if we could find something that might help her predicament and ours.
All right.
We're in
On
a
that,
predicament?
that's where we'll leave this week off.
I just love this little slime, like, versus cloud camouflage. Just a gentle floating cloud.
Just a 10-foot around. Just
That's
it's
not
a
bad.
ge-
That's 60 feet a minute. That's pretty
No,
good.
it's actually a really nice,
Really realistic.
comfortable. It's like a tour of this decrepit city. You're on a tour bus carpet, and you're being like, over here we have the Tower of the Medusa. If you look now, you can just see the fright and anger in the eyes of the people she killed. And over there, that's pretty much
Would you
what we
like-
have here. So that was fun. I'm glad we got to that point. I'm surprised you guys went right there first. That was
It's
wonderful.
the coolest looking tower on the map. Of course,
Which
we went
should
right
tell
there.
you that it's probably the worst place to go.
What do you know about us?
Yeah, I know. Big red buttons get pushed. Except this time they didn't,
Well-
and I'm really disappointed by that.
Well,
No, Wintress did press the big red button.
Well, it's
So
better than me because I've been looking at the map going like, where's Waldo? Like,
Where's
big bird pop
Brumsandi?
out. Yeah, where's from Sandy?
all right, well that was fun. So let's go around and talk about what we liked about the game, like ooze nuts and things, and we'll go from there. I'd like to start with the ooze nut originator, Wintress Gilseen. How was that for you this evening, Wintress?
That was a blast. I have certainly missed this game. It was too long between when we played, and hopefully next week we can play again without holidays getting in the way. Yeah, I'm Negatosaurus. I play Wintress Gilseen, the Drake Warden Fairy Ranger, who I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with her, and it seems to be working, so I'm here for it. My favorite part was Igor creating like slurp chants, I guess. Like it just, and the fact that I got to be able to be a part of it was icing on the cake. It was fucking hilarious. I love Igor. I say it all the time. He's my favorite character. I want more of him all the time.
800 years from now, you'll be immortalized in Slurp du Soleil.
Yeah.
So.
I'm very excited to see what happens in 800 years from now and what it evolves, or rather devolves
Slurp
into.
du Soleil.
Slurp du Soleil. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm excited to see it. And I'm excited to play next week. You can find me here on Mondays, Tuesdays, the occasional Saturday when we play Aliens. and maybe in something new soon. Who knows? We're coming up on the end of a couple of campaigns, so maybe I'll be DMing. I don't know. We'll find out what happens. We'll see.
Exactly. The new year is full of promise and mystery. I cannot wait. Speaking of mystery, Harlan Flipcloak. How's that for you this evening?
Yeah, very good. I'm D20 Kudigra. You can find me here Mondays, Tuesdays, and sometimes in our Alien game. Well, shoot. Let's see. I liked the shenanigans in the cafeteria, of course. I like the guild box making the portal, which was kind of scary, but seems to have worked out. I like the ooze reveal. I would have walked right into it. I'm glad someone was paying attention.
I had a 10-foot pole out. It would have gotten disintegrated before us.
Shoot. Good game, and thank you.
Thank you. Let's check in with Igor and see how Slurp du Soleil turned out for him.
So Slurp du Soleil was funny for me. I thought it was hilarious. My favorite part, well, one of my favorite ones, but I like abandoned cities. Like, anybody ever played the Uncharted games? Like, man, I love exploring abandoned cities, or even the Tomb Raider ones. Seeing the map, the description, that really tickled that and kind of kindled that love for ancient ruins. So I like that. I like the giant slime. I like how we're trying to handle it and deal with this city. So yeah, anyways, I'm Shady Pilot 206 here Mondays and Tuesdays. And I appreciate everybody coming to watch our wacky, crazy, fun game. That was a lot of fun. And, you know, Slurp du Soleil. I mean, I can't wait for it. I need to hear more about this.
I can't wait to figure out exactly what happens in 800 years and how it's changed. That will be a bit of improv I can't wait to pull off. I'm going to go ahead and sign out myself before we pass it on to Laugh Love Lindy. Deception check. I run this game on Mondays. I play Tuesdays as Merrick Tenpenny and Saturdays as St. Granger. There are other things in the works and other things that are happening, and I can't wait to play them and see them and do them. I'm looking forward to it. Favorite parts tonight, Slurp du Soleil. Everything Wintress does, because she is such a agent of chaos. I love it. I love that Harlan now has calisthenics cultists behind him. And so there's going to be like subsets.
Fit cultists.
I'm thinking that there's going to be subsets inside the cult. Like there's going to be the main cult, and then there's going to be small chapters inside the cult that follow each one of you independently. I can't wait till we all get to see the assassin crew that follow Lamont. That's just going to be, there'll be emo Batman. Actually, there'll probably be a whole bunch of Robins. Only one Batman.
Bunch of Robins. But they've all still sold their soul to Abaddon.
Yeah. It's still great. I love it all. It was so much fun. I can't wait. I'm glad we got. I glad you got to see the Tower of the Medusa, and you figured out it's a glass Medusa. You don't know all about her yet, which is the best part. It'll be still a surprise. And there are so many more other surprises. It's going to be interesting to see how you guys navigate this particular place, because the way to the final location is not obvious. And so it'll be fun to see what happens. And I look forward to seeing you guys work through this. This is the final map for group at this point. And so I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. But why don't we check in with the leader of group, Wendell, Eustace, Abernathy, Lucius, Throckwaddle, Hassenpfeffer the Fourth of the Hashran Hassenpfeffers, and the proprietor of Wealthy.
Wealthy, Prism of Power, Guiding Light, Soup Kitchens and Orphanages, Impactful Publishing. You know, I have a lot of logos to make that I have made most of already. Because what are you if you're not making logos for your cults and in-game organizations? What am I doing as a graphic designer if not that? So, favorite moments for me, the Ooze Palace. What did we call it in the Feywild? Ooze baths.
The Oozle Palace.
The Oozle Palace with their ooze baths. Kind of taking after the fashion of like the fish who eat all the dead skin off of your feet, but full body ooze baths, terrifying yet intriguing. That's gonna definitely come up in future campaigns. Yes. Yes. So that was one of my favorite. Ooze nuts. That was a highlight. Winter set a lot of gold tonight, is what I'm gonna say. The Slurp du Soleil, that'll be fun to see. And I'm really looking forward to those buff scholars that are in the Prism of Power, who do Harlan's One Punch Man workout every morning. And are all bald. Like the most impressively buff one gets the pleasure of wearing the toupee. That's it.
Yeah, just thinking like we introduced their exercise routine and their eating routine. That'll be fine.
Weird eating buff scholarly cultist. I'm here for it. Yeah, I can't wait to see what we're gonna do about Qualanthri, but the city-sized slime. And I don't think we have enough dish detergent, as we discussed earlier. Whether that would have been a viable method, who knows? Yeah, you can find us here on Mondays and Tuesdays for Wanderlust and Wildemount and Mr. Ravenloft. Mr. Ravenloft tomorrow night. We're still on the Aslan is a petty lich train, going through his funhouse of Strahd sucks, as I like to phrase it. Because this guy, let me tell you, this guy has, like, issues. He's got issues. But don't know those Dark Lords. So definitely tune in tomorrow night for that, because that will be lots of fun. And next week for more. And we'll give you an update when there's aliens. Unfortunately, holiday things came up and we could not have it this past Saturday, but soon. Soon. So, till next time, have fun, play games.